Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. And for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Tammy, and welcome to your universal guidance. This reading is good from today, the 13th of January through the 19th. And really quickly, if you watch this today, it doesn't resonate with you, maybe come back later in the week and see. Today is the full moon, so make sure you're out there doing a full moon release. This is the great time. This is the time of the month using the moon's energy for release. All right, so the crystal I chose for y'all today is garnet. And I believe garnet is actually the birthstone for January. So this is a beautiful, beautiful piece of garnet. I was really drawn to it today for you. So maybe you might want to work with garnet this week. Also, really quickly, before we get started, I just want to note all selenite in my crystal shop at yournaturalhealer.com. All selenite, whether it's sticks, I have little raw pieces, spheres, jewelry, selenite lamps, all that good stuff is currently 10% off. And on the 20th is the distance selenite workshop where we will use selenite for 5 days. There'll be a lecture, there'll be some activities, there'll be some meditations using selenite. I'll create a crystal grid. You'll receive Reiki every day. So if you want to find out more about it, you can go to yournaturalhealer.com and it'll be under the tab that says classes, and I think events is what it's called. So if you're interested, like I said, it is a distance session, so I would love to have you. Those are a lot of fun. All right. Oh, we are halfway through January. Can you believe it already? I cannot. Here in Texas, we got hammered with snow on Thursday night. Actually, it was Wednesday night, Thursday, and then Friday was kind of iffy. So I had some issues at the house. I had some septic issues going on. So I actually had to close my store on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I had to close Thursday because of the weather, and I'm normally closed on Friday, but I was supposed to have what's called a tea and tarot social, but ended up not doing it because it was still, the parking lots were still kind of crappy. But anyway, and I apologize, I am the world's worst shuffler. So please remember that this reading, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can always come back later in the week. Or you can go to yournaturalhealer.com and sign up for a personalized reading. Those are done in person if you're here locally. Or I can do it distantly where you get a link to a private video on YouTube, and then you can watch the video as often as you would like. So I would be more than honored to do a reading for you. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me go ahead and stop. All right, so I'm going to draw the 3 cards for you this week. This will be time-stamped at the end of your card. Go to the last timestamp for your email from source. All right, so let's get your universal guidance this week. So using your intuition, whatever card that you're drawn to, that is your card, either left, middle, or right. And let's get this party started. So if you chose the left card this week, your universal guidance is the Knight of Wands. This is a really high energy card. But you have to remember that knights always come with a warning. So you're being encouraged this week to go for it. Wands and tarot is all about movement, and you are encouraged to whatever it is that maybe you are trying to manifest. Maybe it could even be something you're trying to let go of so you can move forward. And that's really kind of spot on for tonight being a full moon and being released. But whatever it is, whether it's love, career, whatever, the universe is telling you it is time to act. Now, remind you, I told you that nights always come with a warning. So kind of here, it's like, you're supposed to go for it, but don't just rush into it. Don't go into it blind. Take a breath for a second and kind of think, okay, I know this isn't going to be necessarily perfect. What potential, hiccups or challenges might I face? Okay. And if you are aware of the challenges you might face, then it's going to be a little easier to navigate. But this card, you see the horse, he's up on his hind legs and he's like, charge. So you are strongly being encouraged to go for whatever it is that you have in your heart that you need to move forward. Because again, whatever this is about moving forward, increasing that vibration, going to the next level. This is the week to go for it. But again, heed the warning. Make sure you do your due diligence and think before you act. And that's the key right there. Think before you act. All right. And if you do that, this is going to be for your highest good. This is really a good space if you take the reins in your hand and say, okay, I am in control. And I'm going to take that first step when I say take the first step, not when somebody else or whatever. But guys, this week, go for it. All right. Okay. Don't forget to go to the last card for your universal email from the universe. All right. If you chose the middle card this week, you got the Hanged Man. Okay, middle card folk. Oh, this is telling y'all that you need a mental break. You need to take pause. I feel like that there's something that you've been like really trying to obtain. Whether, it could be anything from a career to a relationship, or maybe you're looking into buying a new car. But I think it's a little more than that, because this is really taking your mind into account. There's been a lot going on. If you think of, the wheels turning, the wheels are definitely turning. You need to step back and take a break from it, because I think whatever this is, it is causing you a little bit of undue stress in your life. And this stress is going to manifest big time. Feel it's going to manifest in your solar plexus. Maybe a little bit of stomach aches, upset stomach, possibly even some ulcers. But I definitely think that if you continue, you're going to see this manifesting physically. So what can you do? Well, you can work with some crystals. I was going to say fluorite. Fluorite, especially like rainbow fluorite, is really a nice crystal for clarity and focus. And like I said, I think you've got too many wheels turning and I think you're seeing all these little details instead of kind of seeing the big picture. So I think utilizing some rainbow fluorite this week will definitely help you kind of filter through all the stuff that's going on. You're definitely being encouraged to meditate, because medicating, we don't want to do that. Meditating is definitely going to help you gain some clarity. It's going to center you. It's going to ground you. So really make sure you're doing some good focus. There's a YouTube channel called Magnetic Minds, and they have excellent focus music. I play that in the background at work when I'm doing my books and stuff. Their stuff is really, really good for focus. So you might want to utilize some of that. If you utilize that, like if you're working and you can play that in the background, even meditating with that as well. But just taking that mental break when you feel that your ideas and your thoughts are really overtaking you, you need to step away. And if it's at work, especially, I know you can't just go, okay, I'm done. See you later, grab your coat and go home. even if you just close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths in and out just to kind of refocus yourself, that's going to help. But again, you're being encouraged to meditate. And I think for those of you who have this going on, I think that maybe you're not meditating as often as you should, or if you are meditating, you're not doing it as serious as you should. I think maybe there's a lot of monkey mind involved. So again, draw on that rainbow fluorite. That will really, really help you this week. Okay? Make sure you go to your oracle message for the week. All right, if you chose I was about to say left card, the right card this week. Oh my gosh, it's only Monday and look how this is starting. You got the 9 of Swords in reverse. This is a really good card, guys. I think you've been under you've been under some stress lately. A lot of worrying and concerns. And I kind of get the feeling that this is financially based, that it's surrounding money. Maybe figuring out how you're going to pay the rent, or, maybe it always seems to happen in cycles, like you get a flat tire and then, you have a plumbing issue, and then, something else happens where you've got to throw out a lot of cash. I think that there's been some, really issues with the money that's been keeping you up, and you're like, okay, how am I going to pay for this? And you may have even gotten yourself in a little bit of credit card debt, but the universe is encouraging you this week that that's all in the past, that you need to really let go of the worries and the fears to realize, okay, I need to sit down, maybe if it's intentional, like you're spending more than you're earning, to sit down and make a budget. But if it's been kind of a quote unquote run of bad luck where things have just been happening, this is going to stop. The cycle has ended. You're about to, maybe you were on the downhill, you're about to go back uphill. So I don't want you to come across, well, Tammy said I don't have to worry. If, obviously if you're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, rather than worrying on the problem itself, look at it from a different direction. Because a lot of times what happens, we sit there and go, oh my gosh, I don't have the money for the rent this week. How am I going to make the rent? I don't have the money. It's not there. And you're just focusing on the problem rather than taking a step back and go, okay, I know I don't have enough money. What can I do? Okay, well, maybe not go to Starbucks every day for the next 2 weeks. Those lattes are what, $6 to $8. So 8 times 5 is $40. So times 2, there's $80 you have right there. I know that's not going to pay for your rent. But I don't want you to think in terms of like, okay, well, it's only $80, so I'm still going to have my lattes. No, maybe it's, you need to focus on the solution, and that solution is going to come. But all the stress that you've been undergoing, all the worry, all the just, I think probably headaches and almost, upset stomach, not eating, that's all done. You're going to turn the page and you're going to start focusing on not the problem. You're going to focus on the solution. All right. So let's get a message from the universe. So I always like to say, if the universe could send you an email, the source, God, whatever, this is going to be it. So this week we're going to draw from the Sacred Forest Oracle. Now, I have not used this deck a lot. It is really still super stiff. I'm going to move these cards out of the way because we already know what card we got. Or I should say, you already know what card you got. So I got to break this up in little pieces. So this is just like I said, if Source could send you a message this week, what the subject line and what they would want, what they want you to know. And again, and what really stinks is I have tendinitis. And I've been using my tuning forks, and I forgot them at work yesterday, but in my left hand, so that it really is difficult. Shuffling with tendonitis. Sucks getting old, my friends. But no, that's been, I've been using the tuning forks. That's been helping a lot. And then we started selling this magnesium cream in the shop a couple months ago. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. When I put that on, the pain goes away. My arthritis in my fingers, I'll rub that on my fingers, or like when my, I have issues in my cervical and my, like, I don't know, it's like whatever's L5, L6, whatever the bottom L is all the way through the S1 through 3. But when I rub the magnesium on it, that helps out. So if you have a local holistic health store, go see if they have some magnesium, some magnesium lotion. It really does help. And if not, you can always go on to yournaturalhealer.com because we have it available for you online. All right, let's see. Let's get a message from the universe for these beautiful, beautiful souls. My cosmic brothers and sisters, what message do you have for them this week? I'm just going to take the top one. All right, I may have to refer to the little book. If you're not familiar with Oracle decks, they come with books because every deck is a certain different message. All right, so you guys got this week, Aspen Spirit, Courage. Well, I don't really need to look that up, Courage. So this week, make sure you're digging deep into that solar plexus because that's where our strength lies, that inner strength. And I'm not talking physical strength, I'm talking about courage, determination, grit. They kind of all play together. So the universe really wants you to make sure this week that you are courageous. And this makes no sense. This makes a lot of sense for some of the cards we drew this week. You know, courageous for you guys to move forward. Courage for you to realize, hey, I need to step back and take a mental break. Hey, I need to stop focusing on what's wrong and focus on, you know, how I can fix it and not worry about all those things. So this week, really dig deep inside you. Focus on that solar plexus, draw on that energy. Add some yellow foods to your diet this week. Wear some yellow, you know, even if it's yellow socks. Just incorporate more yellow in your week because the vibration of yellow is the same vibration of our solar plexus chakra. Go stand out in the sun. That will work too. But whatever it is, incorporate that. Really focus on that sacral or solar plexus chakra, draw on that energy and have the courage this week to be the beautiful soul that you are. All right? Everybody have a fantastic week. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.